I'm Chuck Tatchy. This is my wife Sandy, and we have a pretty large pumpkin patch. One of the fun things we do every year is, as the pumpkin turns orange, I carve names into the shell. Well, my dad was the first gardener, and when he was gardening, I didn't have to do anything except go to his place and say, "Oh, this is nice, I'll take some." So he scratched the names in with a nail when my kids were 1 or 2 years old. And then he got too crippled in his hands, and I took over, and I wanted to keep that tradition for my kids. And then I took over all his other grandkids, and pretty soon I'm doing it for friends and neighbors, and the list just keeps going bigger and bigger.
A lot of what I do is listen to Chuck about the pumpkin patch, and it is daily, and it is really, really his project. I'm kind of here to help water, help weed. I love it too, but not probably the same passion as Chuck has, but it's a good project for both of us.
Well, in the spring, I take my tractor and digger out here and dig up the ground, and then I step off how many rows I'm going to have and how many hills in each row. Then soil is warm, you get down on your knees and plant it, and hopefully all pop through the ground, and then it's weeding and watering, and get excited to see the first one on a vine. Well, I have a manila folder with about 6, 7 columns of names. And when they come out, I tell them row 1 is over by the trees, and row 6 is...
Hill 6.
Hill 6. Well, why don't you come around the end?
Let them go by.
They'll be right over there on that side.
It's fun to have your family get excited. And it's not work for us, it's more like we enjoy even coming out here to weed.
I don't know if I trained you with that hoe, but you can push and pull.
Like 2 years ago, a little bit.
My son's family lives in Alaska, and they visited this summer and last summer, and they're eager to get out here and be a little part of it. If you put in the work day after day, it might not have the same eagerness. Will you go up and turn the water on for a few minutes? Right now we have a pumpkin down the row behind us that says, "Will you marry me?" Our granddaughter's boyfriend called us up and asked if he could propose to her in the pumpkin patch. So we've got that on a pumpkin, and then I took the option of the next pumpkin over, I carved in yes. And she doesn't get a choice. She can only say yes. I suppose the longest one I did was I put a U, then I put an R, and the wind beneath my wings.
Most of what he gives back is community people that have lived here a long time. I got a text yesterday and somebody said, "How much do you charge to put a name on a pumpkin?" And Chuck will not charge anybody. This is his gift back to children. That's how much he loves the project, and it's all about giving. It's not about money. I think people are wanting to be a part of community, and I feel like we're part of a community by having a pumpkin patch.